Hello, today I am showing you how to make a screen for screen printing t-shirts. You're going to want to use 2x1s or 1x2s. I find that is the best size. I also use hardwood. My measurements I use are 13.5 inches by 17 inches, which is a really good size for creating a full print on the front of a t-shirt. I do sand down the edges some to get rid of any pieces of wood that would fall off and get in my emulsion. I use a counter bit drill here to sink the screw in and also to guide the screw. This keeps it out of the way of the window shear material that I'll be stretching over it later. You want to use 2 screws. It creates a stronger screen so that the screen will not bend as you stretch it. So once you're finished with this screen, you're going to want to make sure that you cut the window shear material with enough room on the edges, enough material left over to be able to stretch it over the screen, or stretch it over the frame, I should say. So here you see me using a staple gun to hold the screen, or rather to hold the window shear material in place as I continue to stretch it. You want to make sure that you get it really tight all around, corners and everything. If you don't do that, there will be bleed through in your design. So once you finish stretching the screen, you want to come back and get rid of all the loose threads that are going to be hanging off the screen, as that will not help you at all when putting the emulsion on the screen. I find that after trimming off the excess, the best way to do this is to take a lighter and burn all the edges very lightly. This gets rid of a lot of the loose threads that are hanging off and also prevents more of them unraveling. You want to make sure that you do not actually get the flame near the stretched part of the screen, as that will ruin the whole project. So now we're putting an emulsion on there. You want to make sure that at first you don't put a lot on, or else it creates a lot of mess. You just use a table knife. Just put a little on at a time and then use your squeegee, which you can probably find at Hobby Lobby. That's where I got mine. And you want to achieve a thin and even layer over the entire design, getting off all the excess that you can, all the excess emulsion that you can. So once you've completed this step, you want to find somewhere dark to put it where there's no sunlight, because the sunlight is what, or sunlight or light in general, is what hardens the emulsion and changes it from being water soluble to being not water soluble. So find a dark cupboard to put it in and let it dry. Generally takes, I've done it in as little as 8 hours. So then you're going to take your design, which you've drawn generally by Sharpie, onto a transparency paper. And I set my light about 13 inches above my design. That's a 100-watt bulb. And let it sit there for about 23 minutes. Of course, you may find other ways or other heights or other exposure time that works better for you. That part is more of an art. And then you start washing out your design. Once you've washed this design out, you just let it dry. You want to make sure that once it's dry, you hold it up to the light to see if you've washed out a little too much of the design. Maybe you'll find pinpricks or something like that that you need to fill in. I must say, best thing to use on a light bulb is using the 150 watt light bulb like you would for hatching chickens. So anyway, that is how you make a screen for screen printing t-shirts. Be sure to like my video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a great day. I love feedback.